the one I'm looking at here just says "Madness of the Pants."
Madness of the Pants. This could be the sequel. I reckon. Shall we do it? Let's do a
All right, then.
sequel.
All right, mad.
Cause madness. Yeah, I'm thinking like, how can we make this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, Madness of the Pants. All right, then.
Yeah. So you reckon we could follow Death this time?
Yeah. That's definitely how it should start.
Yeah.
So,
So
do you have anything?
Because he lost his trousers in the first one, I'm thinking this time he's extra careful now, so
Yeah.
to not to lose the trousers. So then he needs a belt, and there's only one person who has a belt. So then his goal is to like take, or maybe he steals the belt early on from the homeless guy. Like he just gives it back to him, but then. Like,
Yeah, because like when he lost his pants,
oh
we'd
yeah,
actually-
yeah, that
we
makes
covered
that makes
how
sense because that's how he lost it in the first place because he didn't have a belt.
maybe like you know how you said his belt was a family heirloom.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because that's the only belt like in existence that can. It's like a special belt that maybe also belonged to Death, or like maybe
Yeah,
like
maybe he's
like
like a descendant. This guy's
maybe
a
or Death was like maybe when he was human. Yeah, descendant. That's actually the right word.
yeah, so he's like a descendant of someone of importance as well, like a god.
Yeah. So that.
Do you reckon in the end they turn out to be like related?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe like they do a blood test or something, or DNA test, and they realize.
Because I'm thinking all Death has is the trousers, right? That's his like prized possession. But what he really wanted was like family, like a family to belong to.
Yeah.
And in the end, it turns out that this guy is his family.
I was gonna say because of the story's madness of the pants.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. No, we can still link off this. So like, we're following Death, and before we realize that the pants he needs the belt.
Yeah.
He's got the pants back. He's happy. He's just doing his normal Death thing, killing people and stuff.
Yeah.
But then he like you see him approach maybe like an elderly couple, and like he knocks on their door. It's their time.
Right.
But then before he goes to do it, like they're supposed to die. He's supposed to kill them.
Yeah.
He starts getting these visions, or like where you get that like little a high pitched sound in your ear, and it just kind of just shocks him. And he's like,
Right, yeah.
Whoa, what is this? And like he starts hearing voices in his head, and then like he instead of killing them, he kind of runs out the door. He's like, oh, what's going on? Grabbing his head. Like,
I see.
I'm going crazy, and then he doesn't understand why, and then he kind of looks down, like because he's got his hands in his head, looking down. He looks at his pants and says, "Oh no, this is the first time like a human has ever worn these special pants." And then it kind of maybe
So it's kind of tainted it.
it rubbed like something on his pants, and it kind of it's got
Because this poor guy, he doesn't wear any pants. Like he doesn't wear. Wait, are we talking about? Yeah. So what's inside the trousers? This is like something.
oh shit. Okay. He looks inside and he sees
Yeah,
Appeared in pants.
yeah. Because the poor guy, like he doesn't wear underwear, and, and he's used to it.
Oh, yeah, and then yes, he instantly he get enraged. He tries to look for the homeless guy because obviously that guy doesn't have like a residence anywhere. It's hard to find.
Right?
So it becomes like one of them stories where you got to search for something.
Oh,
Like he
right.
always
Okay.
like where he kind of gets hints and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I last saw Belt Man," and then when he gets there, he's like, the last that he's always one step ahead. He's gone. As this story is progressing, obviously he's going crazy, but his maybe he feels like his pants are getting bigger and bigger and baggier and baggier, so he needs like to hold them up as he's walking along.
Right.
But maybe it might just be a figment of his imagination because he's going crazy.
Oh, okay.
But we don't know this. As far as we know, they're actually they get
The
bigger.
right size. Right. Okay.
No,
obviously.
no, they get bigger, but we don't know that it's because he's crazy.
Oh, okay. So we
yeah.
think it's like getting loose as well. Like we're in this
Yeah.
guy's head.
Yeah, and then so eventually they meet up. He finds him, and yeah, to his surprise, Beltman's like, "Whoa, Def, what are you doing here?" And wait, hang on a sec. Since Def can bring anything out of his pockets,
Oh yeah.
we need to explore what like that part of it, like what we would have tried. Yeah, maybe he's yeah, because his pants are getting baggier.
Maybe it like loses its power and he pulls out something slightly different.
Like a
So
snake.
then he wants to drink a Coke, right? But then
Yeah.
he pulls out a Pepsi instead. And it ends up getting progressively like different, like kind of similar but not the same.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah, that's
like he wants to play what's it? Super Mario Brothers or something, but then he ends up pulling out Luigi's Mansion.
yeah, that could be another side effect to the acid poo. Yeah, and then yeah, maybe they encounter each other again, and then
Oh yeah.
and then like Def kind of sees an aura around the belt, like that humans can't see, but he's like, oh, actually, wait,
Oh
this
right.
is he accidentally touches it, and he feels like a shock. Like, whoa, this actually has the same feeling as what's going on in my head.
Right.
And then he kind of maybe because he can still bring stuff out of his pockets, he has another bargain with the homeless guys. Like, look, I understand you're struggling again, but what if you give me the belt back? And because by that point he's already tried all these belts, but they just instantly snap, or they don't hold it together or whatever.
Yeah.
And because he had that feeling, he's like, look, give me that belt and let me try it on, and then I'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then
Like it tries to give him another belt.
yeah, and he's like, no, I can't do this. And maybe like there's something like that lets him realize that he's part of an ancient, like, because it's a family heirloom. There's like maybe a scar or a birthmark on a homeless man's body that he realizes. He grabs his hand and he flips it over, and on his forearm or something he sees, or his wrist, he sees like the mark of the ancient
gods.
family. Yeah, and then he's like, whoa, you're part of the Zeus.
Yeah.
man.
You're a Zeusian.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
thinking
he's
that.
like, God.
I'm thinking that the let's say there was the original pants, like this is like the main, like not even the one that Death has. It's like the is it the predecessor?
Yeah.
And maybe out of those pair of trousers, this guy pulled out the pants that Death wears and the belt that the homeless guy wears. Because remember, like whatever you pull out of one side, you get like the. Actually,
Yeah.
that's not what it was it? Because he pulled it out of his top.
Oh yeah, it was the top and then the bottoms.
Yeah.
But no, but if he was the original, then he could bring out his top and his bottoms.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
yeah.
pulls one out of the top, pulls the other one
Yeah.
out of the bottoms. Yeah, that makes sense. So they're like a set.
Yes.
And maybe maybe the homeless guy is deaf. It's like the same person. Like he's been looking for. Maybe he's lost his soul or something. That's why he became deaf. But then he's actually this guy. He got split somehow.
Yeah.
So he was going mad because his trousers kept acting up in it.
Yeah.
So
But he was also getting like hearing voices, and because the poo was
maybe I'll go back to the poo.
Yeah, no, maybe that.
Oh
that
right,
little
like the first one where it was like on his trousers.
Yeah. Maybe that kind of because they're the same person. That part of the DNA like infused with the bones on Death. And he's like,
the poo got smeared onto him.
Yeah. When he put it on it, when he was wearing it, he felt the poo on his bony bum, and he was like, "Oh, this." I remember this warm feeling.
I remember this poo.
and then like, maybe like throughout the film, when he's like searching for him and stuff, he gets these visions, like flashbacks, and like, why am I seeing this? Like, of his previous life and stuff, and then he's like, wait a minute, like then he kind of puts them together, but you don't really know until maybe that's when he always sees the birthmark.
Oh yeah, on the hand.
So then he opens it and sees Beltman's birthmark, and then he looks at his opposite wrist, his own one, and Death sees like it carved into his bone on his wrist is the finishing part of that.
Oh right. So maybe it's like one
like the medallion, one half.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like one's on this side, and this one's like on that side.
Yeah,
and then
or maybe it could be half a skull on each side. And he's like, wait, and then they put their hands together, and then that becomes like yeah. Then they could do like a
fusion,
like a Dragon Ball fusion where they kind of get sucked together.
Yeah, and he becomes whole again.
Yeah. Is he still got bony face, or is he?
Nah, he can't have a bony face. So he's like, because that guy was a stick man, but this guy was like a skeleton. So maybe they get like a properly drawn face.
Yeah.
Trunks.
Pretty much, and
so that's how Trunks was born.
This is the origin story of Trunks.
Yeah. Madness of the pants.